Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to a brand new video which, as you would have seen by the title, is going to be kind of a reflection on 2021 and my goals going into 2022. Yes, so as I just said, this is going to be a little video looking back over 2021 and the things that I have achieved, because I think it's always good to reflect and be proud of what you have achieved, but then also look at what maybe I haven't achieved or what I want to achieve going into 2022 and set my goals. So I've got things written down on my phone because I made sure, like, I always try and write things in my notes section just because I'm constantly using that. So I know that if like my goals are written down in there and the things that I've achieved are written down in there, I can constantly reflect and be proud of those things, but also know the things that I need to work on and the steps I need to take to achieve the goals that I've set myself. So I always have them written in my notes section, but I do also make like a digital vision board. So on my iPad, I set the screensaver as the vision board. So every time I go on there, I can see it. I can kind of remember those things, look at the things that I need to do to, again, achieve those things that I want to achieve. Because as much as manifesting obviously does work, you have to put in the steps to get there. So it's not just always going to come to you. So yeah, that is what this video is going to be. So I guess we should start with looking back over 2021, which obviously as a year, 2021 has been quite up and down, especially with COVID, because obviously things got better. Then towards the end of the year, they started to get worse. But generally for me, it was quite a positive year. Obviously the beginning was pretty much COVID lockdown, so we didn't really get a lot. But from the sort of end of that, I think it was a really good year. So obviously I finished uni, I graduated from my degree, which for anyone that didn't know, I did fashion management, and I graduated with a 2-1, which I couldn't be happier about. That was the goal I had set myself and I achieved it. So that was a big win for me. And obviously following that, I was then able to get a grad job. So I actually did my placement year with Primark from 2019 to 2020. And then finishing my year obviously back at uni, they then offered me a job back with them, which I was super grateful for. So I worked with them again, which then meant I also moved to London. So that was another achievement, that I knew I wanted to move out of my hometown to another city, whether that be, I'd kind of floated Manchester or London, but obviously I said I would go where the job took me, and obviously this job happened to come up in London, so I ended up moving to London. So that was another big positive for me, because I always wanted to move. I actually looked back on my vision board for 2021 and it said that I wanted to move to Manchester and had like a really nice apartment, which, to be fair, I didn't move to Manchester because of the job, but I still moved cities and my apartment is really nice, which is exactly what I wanted. So that's 2 big wins for me from 2021. And then obviously I recently left Primark and got a job with Superdry, which was kind of a step up for me in my career. It was a progression, it was more money, and it was just a little bit more responsibility, and yeah, like I said, the next step for me. So I was super grateful for that to all happen within the space of a few months. I think sometimes we kind of think in our heads that it takes time to make those steps and make those movements, but actually putting yourself out there and taking those risks is what then pays off. Because even the job I applied for, I didn't necessarily know if I was fully like qualified as such to do the job, if I had the experience that they were looking for necessarily. But I think pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and taking those risks is what will get you to find out, and what will make you know whether you are or not. Because had I not been, they would have said no and given the job to someone else, or like they did believe in me, they took a chance on me, and now I have my new job. So I am actually working for Superdry now. I don't know if I've mentioned that on here yet, but yeah, so I'm super happy about that. So that's another big win. So I have just got my grad job and then even got a next sort of career progression from that as well. And then I think the final thing that I'm really grateful for in 2021, and just like it's a major positive, is that I just made lots of memories and spent time with lots of people. I think especially with uni coming to an end, obviously it's a big part of your life and you spend so much time with the people that you're with at uni. So I think kind of once our dissertations were handed in and we'd kind of finished everything, we had like a couple of months where we were still living in Nottingham. The sun was out, it was hot all the time, so we made so many memories. We went to so many events, we went to like the park, we had so many parties, like obviously everything that we could do at the time. And like now I look back through my camera roll and just like have all those memories, and obviously I have those memories in my head as well. So yeah, I think that was another major big positive of 2021, just being able to make those memories and have those final like celebrations with those people before now I started obviously the next chapter of my life, which was adult life, working and living in my own place. So yeah, all in all, 2021 wasn't actually the worst year. I think I achieved lots of positives and I ticked off a lot of things that I wanted to tick off, and I feel like they've given me a good foundation to now achieve the next things that I want to achieve. Okay, so moving on to 2022, I wanted to set some goals, and as you guys are watching this video, it is actually the 1st of January 2022, so Happy New Year to you all. I wanted to film this today and get it out today because I feel like it's the first day of the year. We want to manifest and kind of set things up ready to go for the year. So I have written my goals down on here. The ones I'm going to put on this video are going to be a little bit more generic, just because I think there are people out there that do want to see you fail, as horrible as that sounds, or people that won't want you to achieve what you want to achieve. So I don't want to put too much detail in this. I obviously have personal like numbers or targets, or it'll make more sense in a minute, that I want to hit. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit more of a generic goals for the year. But then, like I said, when I make my vision board, that will have more specific visuals of like numbers I want to hit and things like that. So my first goal for 2022 is travel. Honestly, I am so bored of being in the UK. Like, I'm ready to go on holiday. I think before COVID, I used to go on about 3 holidays a year with my family. And literally since COVID hit, we've only been, I think, to Edinburgh, and obviously they've come to London to see me. But apart from that, we've had no holidays, and like London isn't a holiday for me now because I live there. So my first goal for 2022 is that I want to go on at least 5 holidays in 2022. And then the kind of like catch that I've given myself is that it has to be 3 different countries. So I can go on 5 holidays, for example, say, I don't even know, a city break to one place and then a summer holiday to somewhere else. But I only want to do 3 different countries. I hope that makes sense. So like, I could go to Spain with my family and then go to Spain with my family, my friends, like a month later. So they would still count as 2 separate holidays in my 5 holidays, but they're the same country, so then it would only count as 1 country, if that makes sense. So they're like the goals that I've set myself. So 5 holidays and 3 different countries, which I've already started to do the groundwork for. Me and one of my best friends are booking a trip to Paris, which we're very excited about. Obviously at the minute, France travel is like not happening, so we're hoping that by the time we've booked that, things will sort of cool off and we'll be able to travel there. But we have provisionally booked our hotel, which we're super excited for, and yeah, we're booking like things to do while we're there. So if you guys have any recommendations or any of you have been, then please leave them in the comments, and I'll check them out. But yeah, we're trying to sort of plan everything because we're only going for like a long weekend, so we want to get as much in as we can into the short space of time that we've booked. But obviously, yeah, that will be COVID dependent, but that is the first step to hopefully hitting those 5 holidays and those 3 countries. So my next goal is my social media. I think if you guys have followed me for a while, then you will know, and if you follow me over on Instagram, then you will also know that I've been doing my social media for quite a while now, and I have a very steady, slow growth, which I'm happy about. I mean, as long as I'm still growing, it doesn't matter about the speed, and I think numbers don't necessarily matter in the grand scheme of things. It's about the quality of the content you produce, and if people like what you produce, which, touch wood, I hope everyone does, because you are all here subscribing and my subscribers are going up and my Instagram followers are going up. But I have goals and numbers that I want to hit for 2022, so I'm gonna put those on my vision board. I'm not gonna share the numbers on here that I want to achieve. Obviously everyone has like the standard that, you know, like you want to get 10k on Instagram, but I'm trying to be like a little bit more realistic with my goals and set like steps rather than like just one big number. But those specific numbers will be on my vision board. But yeah, I definitely want to just grow my social media platforms as a whole. So that will be my Instagram, it will be my YouTube, and I think I'm going to put more time into TikTok as well, so hopefully that will grow as well. Okay, and then following on from sort of growing my social media platforms, which is obviously like a side job slash hobby for me, I also want to progress even more in my career. So obviously, like I said, I got my grad job. I then was able to move up to a new level, a new role quite quickly. So I want to keep on that and make sure I'm progressing and learning new things. I'm not saying I'm going to be in a new role necessarily, but I want to develop, I want to learn new skills. I want to make sure that I am progressing and building the foundations to then be able to promote and go on to do bigger and better things. So yeah, that's kind of my work goal for 2022. And then kind of aligned with that, obviously working, you get paid for working, and I feel like before 2022 and this year, I wasn't really in a position to properly save money, because when you're at uni, like, you're going out all the time, you're spending all the time. But now that I'm actually earning like a proper salary and I'm getting a good amount of money, I want to make sure that I'm properly sort of being responsible with my money. And if you watch my What I Got for Christmas, you would have seen that my sister bought me a book in there, and that book basically has a whole section about money and finance and how to manage your money, which has really inspired me to make sure that I am being efficient with my money, and also just like spending on unnecessary things. Like if you can save money, then by doing something a different way or buying a cheaper option, then do that. So I'm definitely going to think more wisely with my money, because I actually want to properly start saving, which will then also be like a foundation for me to hit other goals, because I'd quite like to buy like a new car, for example, but if I'm not saving the money, then I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to set my first goal as saving the money to then hopefully be able to buy those things that I want to buy and invest in those bigger, more important items. Okay, and then my final goal for this video, which, I mean, I'm quite happy and healthy now anyway, but I just want to continue that into 2022, not only for me, but for my family and my friends, and for everyone to just be okay, and hopefully coronavirus to just do one, basically, so we can get on living life normally again. Yeah, touch wood, I was very lucky in the sense of pretty much everyone that I know stayed healthy during 2021 and is continuing that into 2022, so I just want to manifest that that continues. Okay, so that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed hearing my reflection on 2021 and the things that I've achieved and the goals that I'm setting myself for 2022. As I said, they're not like specific goals as such. They're a little bit more generic, but I wanted to keep them generic on here, but I still wanted to share them with you and share with you guys that I do set myself goals for the year, because I think if you don't set yourself goals, then you never really know what you're working to, and like, that's how I work even in like my job that I do. Like I need to know what I'm working towards to be able to know that I'm doing well. I'm very goal driven and results driven. So yeah, I wanted to put this video out, and I also feel like if it's shared on the internet, it puts me under a little bit more pressure to go out and achieve it, which I work better under pressure as well. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, then please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos that are to come in 2022 and keep a track to see whether I follow and hit these goals, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications so you know when the videos go live. But all that's left to say is thank you so much for watching. A happy new year to you all, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.